So in this video, I'm going to lay out the exact business model that you need to follow to make your first $100,000 on YouTube. And I know this works because I've done it myself over 8 times. So in case you don't know who I am, my name is Oscar Owen and my main channel's got over 1 million subscribers, as you can see here. And I've monetized this channel in lots of different ways. So just one of the digital products that I've sold has done over $500,000 worth of sales, as you can see here. And also just in terms of things like AdSense and ad revenue, it's done $250,000. And then my second channel, the one you're watching right now, it's only got 20 videos or so, but it's done $61,000 in terms of a course that I launched recently. And then before I even had a course or anything like that, I was doing one-to-one consulting and all that kind of stuff. And I made $22,000 with just 4,000 subscribers. And it's not just me who's done this. I've taught the system to so many different people, just like Harry, who signed his first £10,000 client just 21 days after starting YouTube. So he's on a 6-figure run rate already. And the same with Sarah. She closed $18,000 worth of consulting contracts with just 600 subscribers. And she did this just a few weeks after starting her YouTube channel as well. So I say all that not to show off, but just to let you know that if you want the exact business model to follow to make your first $100,000 on YouTube as fast as possible, especially if you're a business owner, then this is the video for you. So what I want to cover in this video is, first I'm going to break the biggest money misconception with YouTube, and this is especially relevant if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, expert, or agency owner. Secondly, I'm just going to lay out the exact business model that I followed and all of my students followed to get these kind of crazy results. And then thirdly, I'm going to tell you how long it's going to take before you can actually start making this life-changing money. So let's begin with the biggest money misconception with YouTube. On YouTube, there's only 2 ways to actually generate income. When you break it all down, there's views-based revenue and there's value-based revenue. Let's start off with views-based revenue. What's that? So views-based revenue is basically when you get a lot of views and then you use these views and you basically convert that money into money from AdSense and money from things like brand deals and affiliate marketing and all that kind of stuff. So to give you an example, this video here I made has got 3 million views, as you can see, and it earned about $5,000 from AdSense. And if there was a brand deal in there, they may have paid an extra 2-3K for that brand deal or something. And so this video may have made around, $7,000-8,000. So that's really good. That's amazing. But as you can see, this kind of income relies heavily on views. And if you want to get to the goal of $100,000 per year, just based on views, again, it does depend on your niche because some niches pay more, some niches pay less. You need around 5 million views on average per month to make $100,000 a year. So that's obviously quite a lot of views. Okay, so that is a lot of views, which is why we then have value-based revenue. And this is the system that those people use who have like 20 videos, as I showed you earlier. I've only got 20 videos in this channel, and you're able to make ridiculous amounts of money because you're not focusing on views, rather you're focusing on value. So how does this system work? Basically, value-based revenue focuses on the viewer and not the number of views. And what you're really trying to do here is you're really trying to niche down and speak to a very specific group of people. A group of people who really want to work with you, people who actually have money and they're willing to spend it to work with you. And you basically just create videos around these people's pain points, their pleasure points, their goals, their aspirations. And when they discover your videos on YouTube, the idea is they like you so much that they'll want to start working with you, essentially. So just as I explained earlier, this channel you're watching right now is very, very specific to YouTube strategy for business owners. That's basically all that I teach. Now, I do have 300,000 followers on TikTok, and I've got 150,000 followers on Facebook, but I don't talk about Facebook growth and I don't talk about TikTok growth because it starts to broaden my niche into this other world where I'm just attracting loads of random people. So instead of focusing on social media growth in general, I literally just niched down on this channel and just went, I'm going to do YouTube strategy for business owners because I know I can offer them a lot of value. And because of that, I've been able to, only make a few videos, but generate a lot of revenue from those videos because people watch them who are my ideal viewers, and then they want to actually start working with me. So this is the big difference here. In order to make $100,000 per year or life-changing money from this method, the value-based revenue, all you need is between 2,000 to 5,000 targeted views per video. Not random views, not views from teenagers who are never going to actually ever work with you, views from specifically your ideal viewer, and you need around 2,000 to 5,000 views per video. And if you're able to do that, you're easily able to make 100,000 and more from your channel. In fact, I always say to the people I work with, if you're getting 10,000 views on average per video and you're not making $10,000 per month, you've got a marketing problem, not a views problem. Just let that sink in. If you follow this method here, all you need is between $2,000 and $5,000 per month. A really good example of this is Wilson. He's one of my students in my course, and from his first ever video, It only got 3,000 views, but he landed 4 potential leads and then 2 of them turned into clients. And obviously this generated revenue for his business. So can you see the big difference here? Views-based revenue relies on adverts and affiliate marketing and brand deals and all that kind of stuff, whereas value-based revenue relies on just providing loads of value to a very, very specific group of people, and then ultimately you sell something to that group of people for a high price. We'll talk about that in just a second. So both methods work. Which one should you do? Now, I think it should be pretty obvious which one you should do, but I just really want to clarify this. It took me 4 years to make $100,000 with the views-based revenue stream. Remember, I've done both. My main channel, 1.3 million subscribers. That channel, for most of its time, was just trying to make money through views, and viral videos. And it took me 4 years to actually make a significant amount of money. But on this channel here, it took me just 4 months to make $100,000 using the value-based revenue stream. So if you're watching this and you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, you're an expert, you're an agency owner, and you've got something to sell, or you would like to sell something in the future, forget about views, stop chasing viral videos and trying to get as many views as possible. You really need to focus on the value-based business model, which I'm going to break down in just a second. So that's really what you want. If you want to monetize fast and get to $100,000 in the fastest way possible, you need to focus less about views and more about niching down and really figuring out who your ideal viewer is. Now, if you want some further proof on this, just to really hone this point in, I'm going to show you some examples of people who have really successful channels and then they just went down the value route and deleted their successful channels. So not deleted, but Thomas Frank, he has a channel with 3 million subscribers and he just made videos all about productivity. He then stopped posting to this channel and he created a new channel that niched down right into Notions. All this channel here talks about is Notion. Notion is just a productivity app in case you're not aware. That's all he talks about. It's got way less subscribers, so it's got 250,000 subscribers. And when he quit this channel and moved to this channel here, as you can see, his income doubled. So he left his 2 million subscriber channel and his income doubled because this channel was all about chasing views and he was super successful, 3 million subscribers. But he quit that and just niched down and started providing value and selling things and his income doubled. The same goes with someone like James Smith. He's a really funny PT and he used to make like lots of generic fitness content on YouTube. He basically quit this channel here. And you can see here, why I quit my channel with 400,000 subscribers. And instead what he did was he created a business channel, which was way, way, way more niche. And it's only got 15,000 subscribers. But this channel now is where he makes all his money from. And he doesn't post to this channel anymore. So can you see again, he used to chase views and now he's gone to value. The same with someone like Iman Gatsi. Now he hasn't quit his main channel. It's got 5 million subscribers. But there's a reason why he's just set up a brand new channel called Iman Gatsi Business. Because he's trying to niche down to a very, very specific group of people. And he knows that if he just makes more viral videos like this, sure, you grow your personal brand. And, it's great to have a big asset like that. But it's not, he's not going to be getting the sales from this channel, but he is going to be getting loads of sales from this channel because the audience here is going to be so much more niche. So what I want to do now is break down the 3 steps you need to follow in order to start making $100,000 per year from your YouTube channel. Step number 1 is produce. Step number 2 is position. And step number 3 is profit. So let's break them down now. So let's start off with step number 1, which is produce. The first thing you need to do is forget about your niche and focus on your avatar. Now, I know you're looking at me going, wait, what? Oscar, you've gone on about how important having a niche is, and now you're saying forget about your niche and focus on your avatar. So what I mean by this is knowing your niche is really important, but it's not good enough. It's not specific enough. Just saying, oh, I'm in the fitness niche. Well, that still covers so many different grounds and people, and it could still attract millions and millions of people. So just knowing your niche isn't specific enough if you want to be successful on YouTube. Instead, what you need to do is focus on your avatar, which is another word for your ideal viewer or the person you want to work with, your dream client. So remember, at the end of the day, the way in which the value-based revenue model works is you're selling something to someone. You need to know who that someone is, and you start from there and then you work backwards and you create videos for them. So you really need to know who your target audience is. That's what I'm trying to say here. What are their pain points? What are their struggles? What are their goals? What kind of language do they use when they're typing things into YouTube looking for answers? You need to know all of these different things. What are their problems? What do they really struggle with on a day-to-day basis. And then you need to figure out how you can solve these problems in your videos. This really is the first big secret. Start off with the people you want to work with and work backwards from there and get really specific on who they are. So let's use the example of the fitness niche. You wouldn't just go, oh yeah, I'm in the fitness niche. You'd go, no, who is my avatar? Who's my target audience? And your target audience might be middle-aged mums who want to learn how to do yoga, but they're really inflexible and they're super busy because they've got children. That could literally be your target niche. Can you see how much more specific that is than just fitness or fitness for women? And then once you know who your avatar is in that amount of granular detail, you can then make really specific videos for them that actually benefit them and actually really help them because you're a specialist, not a generalist. So that is the next step. You create really super valuable videos for this target group of people, and you just aim to create one video per week. That's all you need to do. One video per week for a very specific group of people that offers a lot of value. That's all you need to do. And the aim for these videos is between 2,000 and 5,000 views per video. That's like the end goal. When you start off, you won't be getting that. You'll just be getting a few views. And as YouTube gradually learns who your ideal viewer is and what kind of people you're targeting, who's resonating with your videos, it will slowly and surely increase the view count to the point where you're getting around 2,000 to 5,000 views per video. Now you might be going, but 2,000 to 5,000 views per video, Oscar, that's not very many at all. I thought I needed 1 million views per video. Remember, with the value-based revenue model, that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're focusing on. And this channel is a perfect example of it. It only gets a few thousand views per video, but it's already a six-figure business, and hopefully at some point soon it will go on to earn even more than that. Really, guys, this what I'm showing you on this page is the secret formula to doing YouTube. I know this sounds simplistic and basic, and you're going, no, there must be something else I'm missing. This really is the secret formula. And people often come to me and they say, hey, Oscar, I really want to grow a YouTube channel. What's the best camera? What's the latest thumbnail hack? What's the best way to script the videos and all that kind of stuff? And whilst those things all work, and like having a really good camera will make your videos better, great scripting and great editing is also, really, really good. It's not the most important thing. The one thing that is going to get you from where you are now to building a six-figure business on YouTube isn't better thumbnails, isn't fancy editing. It's making super valuable videos for a very specific targeted group of people and doing that once per week. That is it. I'm telling you right now, I've done this so many times, I've spoken to so many people, and that is the secret formula. And it's so simple. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's simple because this is the formula. I've just laid the whole thing out for you right here. But it's not easy because making one video per week is hard. Also, these videos have to be high quality. They also have to speak to the right people, and you've got to film them well, and you do have to talk well, and you do have to come across as an authority in your niche. So those things are all still very important. But this literally here is the magic formula. So screenshot this or take notes and write this down because this is what you need to do in order to be successful on YouTube. Step 2 is position. So building on what I just said previously about how that is the magic formula, but you still need to come across as an authority in your niche. That is the second thing you need to do. So you need to be seen as an authority in your niche because people buy from those that they trust. If no one trusts you, they're never going to buy from you, and you're never going to make the revenue from the sales that we're going to talk about in step 3. So people really need to trust you, and there's 3 ways to get people to trust you. Firstly, there's the visual. So you need to come across as an authority just on snap judgment. That is one of the reasons why I'm wearing a shirt in this video and not a baseball cap that's back to front, because it doesn't look very presentable. Think of it almost like a job interview. If someone turned up to your job interview and they were just not dressed very well, would you want to work with them? Probably not. Exactly the same goes with YouTube. Your ideal clients, the people who want to work with you potentially in the future, they're judging you because they're seeing your face the entire time. And you just need to come across, firstly, visually really well, but also with your setup. You obviously do want good microphone, lighting, and audio because it just means you come across as an authority and you come across as serious about what you're talking about. Secondly, it's the verbal. So this is what you actually say in the video. So this is your scripting. This is, are you just rambling on about something and you're not making any sense and people just click off? Or have you actually thought about the video in advance? Have you actually structured the video out, have a really good hook, the main points you want to cover, and a very clear, concise points to the video? So that's the second thing. And then thirdly is validation, what other people say about you. if you've got client testimonials or transformations, but your own personal transformation or other people's transformations, you've got to leverage this because it builds that extra layer of trust between you and your ideal viewer, because you're saying, hey, look, not only can you make this transformation, other people I've taught have also done this as well. So it just builds up that layer of trust. And when you combine all three things, you're able to basically come across as a really trustworthy expert in your specific niche. And that is the point at where people want to start working with you. Then step number 3 is profit. So this is the really interesting part, because once you've done everything I've just told you, once you've got videos that are for a specific niche and they're really valuable and super targeted, you won't make any money if you don't connect these videos to some sort of offer. So you've got your video here and you need to send your viewers from your YouTube channel to your actual offer so you can start making money. Now, if you've got nothing to sell, just do one-to-one coaching. That's when I set this channel up, I literally just had a little link in my description saying, hey, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I'll do a channel audit for you, and I charge $3,000 for that. And I was having to turn down more applications than I was able to accept because so many people were coming in wanting to do this with me. And that's how easy it is to start making money on YouTube if you're speaking to a very specific targeted group of people. Just do coaching, just offer them something that's almost like on a one-to-one basis. And that's the best way just to start instantly making money from your channel. Long term, it's not sustainable because you're trading time for money and it's one-to-one. But just starting out, that's what you should start doing. Now, the second thing I want to mention here is email marketing and direct selling. So basically, if you want to sell anything to anyone on YouTube and it's at a higher price, so not $100, but $3,000 or more, they need to consume at least 7 hours of your content before they want to work with you. So 7 hours is the magic number. And the reason for this is it just takes time to build up trust with other people. It's just human nature. So no one's ever just going to go on YouTube, watch your first video and just buy from you straight away. Normally they've got to watch a few of your videos, consume your content. So the real question becomes, what is the best way to make someone consume 7 hours of your content as fast as possible? Because once they're able to do that, that's when they really like you, they really trust you, and then they want to buy from you and turn into actual clients. And there's 2 ways. Basically, it's just organically through YouTube. So you start making videos, YouTube naturally recommends your other videos to these people, and you start making money from that. So that's sort of more direct selling from YouTube. But the other thing is email marketing. Now, I'll make some more videos on this in the future, and we don't have time today to really deep dive into this. But on my Magic channel, 80% of all my sales come through email marketing. Only 20% come directly through YouTube. So the way in which this works is you basically have your YouTube channel, you then send people from your YouTube channel to a free download. On the free download, they basically you basically get their email and they get some super valuable thing for free. You get their email and then you just email them daily with updates, advice, valuable tips, old videos of yours, and suddenly you can send them stuff every single day, other videos that you've made, podcasts that you've been on, and they can consume those 7 hours really, really quickly. And you don't have to wait for YouTube to recommend them 7 hours worth of content. So if you can get their email address, this is the real secret. You get their email address and you have an automated sequence. You're not manually sending out all these different emails. You've got an automated sequence that just sends these people daily emails telling them more about you and your products and what you offer and offering them more valuable advice. And suddenly you can shortcut those 7 hours. And by the end of the week, they've already consumed, 10 hours of your content and they're literally there waiting to buy. This is like the actual secret to making money on YouTube. YouTube is like basically where you get the eyeballs, and then email is the sales machine. So YouTube is where you build your brand. Email is where you build your business. They're the main 2 differences there. Again, we'll talk more about email marketing in a different video, so definitely subscribe if you want to know more about that. But essentially, that's how the whole email marketing and YouTube thing works. They kind of go hand in hand, and email marketing allows people to consume 7 hours of your content really quickly, and then they want to start working with you. Now, when it comes to actually working with you, as you can see here, I've said the minimum price for your product needs to be $3,000. If you're in a very specific niche and you're solving an actual problem for someone, selling something for $3,000 is actually very, very cheap. I actually normally recommend between $5,000 and $10,000 when starting out, because that's a very, very scalable number. But anything less than $3,000 and you're going to not make $100,000 per year from your channel unless you're getting millions of views. So on my Magic channel, my course costs like $100. So it's very, very cheap, but that channel is getting millions and millions of views. So I'm able to sell it in volume. If you're watching this and you're dead serious about doing YouTube and really turning it into a lead generation machine for your business and making real money, you need to be selling something for $3,000 minimum. This is your wake up call right now. If you're going, oh no, maybe I'll do $100 because I don't feel comfortable selling something so expensive, you need to shift that mindset straight away, because I'm telling you now, if you sell something for $100, unless you start making videos that get millions and millions of views, you're never going to turn YouTube into your full-time income. It needs to be minimum $3,000, because when you do the maths, $3,000, all you need is 3 sales per month for $100,000 per year. That is all you need. You need less than 1 sale per week. It's crazy. It's so scalable and so easy when you look at it from this perspective. So your question shouldn't be, oh no, I can't do that. Your question should be, what can I make? What can I offer that's worth $3,000 so that people just want to buy it? My ideal viewer wants to buy it and they go, wow, that's so valuable. So for me, when I started out, it was literally channel audits. So I literally just spent ages going through people's channels, doing full-on channel audits, and people would buy that for 3K and they absolutely loved it. And that's what got this channel onto a 6-figure run rate straight away, pretty much from my second ever video. And this is the thing, once you figure out what that product is, again, we can make more videos in the future talking about what to sell and how to sell it. But once you know what that is, just really think about this from your perspective from a second to realize how easy this is and how possible this is for you to actually turn YouTube into a 6-figure business. If you've got a really specific niche, you're pumping out high quality content, 1 video per week, and you're selling something that actually solves someone's issue for $3,000, it is hard for this not to work. It is literally hard for this business model not to work, because you only need 1 sale per week. If you make 1 sale per week, you're making more than $100,000 per year. That really is how simple this whole system is. So you need to make some mindset shifts in your head, not I can't sell something for $3,000, but what can I sell for $3,000 that will allow me to turn this YouTube channel into a really profitable lead generation machine for my business, essentially. So just remember this, you don't need millions of views. You don't need to post every single day. You just need to make high quality videos for a very specific group of people. And you only need less than 1 sale per week to make $100,000 per year, quit your job, live your dream life, and work remotely if that's your goal, or whatever it is, leverage, get more leads for your business, whatever it is. That's all you need. And if understanding that now doesn't make you think, wow, I really believe I can do this, then I don't know what will. So really have a think about this for a second. And look, if you do want more help with this whole system and you want me to basically just hold you by the hand and take you every single step of the way to actually do this, then I do have a coaching program that talks about it. So in the beginning, we start with mindset. So that was some of the things we just talked about now, getting in the right mindset to actually do this whole YouTube thing. Secondly, we really niche down and we figure out what your niche is and who your ideal viewer is, what their pain points and pleasure points are, so you can start making really specific videos for them. Then we have a YouTube studio set up module where I basically teach you how to make an amazing YouTube studio and get a really nice professional shot like this. Then I show you how to create really high quality YouTube videos that instantly put you into the top 0.1% of YouTubers on the platform. Then I show you how to monetize your channel, so take viewers to actual customers. And then I show you how to scale your channel. So if you want to actually build a team and have other people run your YouTube channel for you, so you can just focus on working with your clients, building your business and living your dream life, then that's basically what this module teaches you. So if any of that sounds interesting, hit the first link in the description and check out the program.